Hey guys, welcome back to the Encrypted Capital recap for Monday, January 4th. My name's Ken and I'm joined by my partner Chris today.
Hello, everyone. How you doing?
So we're going to get right into the news here. So Bitcoin plummeted as much as 17% today, its biggest single day decline since March. It did hit a record high of $34,000 on Sunday, and the cryptocurrency soared by 171% in the fourth quarter and by 305% in 2020. Some analysts say that after the stellar gains of the past month, some crypto coins such as Bitcoin and Ethereum were due for a downward correction, and Ethereum soared by as much as 22% as Bitcoin faltered. So, yeah, a huge tear for Bitcoin going on right now. A lot of people were seeing this and they decided to jump into the market. And I found this article that showed that Bitcoin price briefly fell below $30,000 and derivatives positions worth more than $1 billion got liquidated. So basically what happened is everybody saw this insane rise going on in Bitcoin, and everybody decided to go ahead and enter their margin longs. And when that happened, it dropped from $34,000 to just below $30,000, and $1.1 billion worth of open interest was liquidated by crypto exchanges in the last hour, according to Bybit.com. So, in other words, basically people got too over leveraged and they lost a ton of money. So, down here shows the charts. A lot of this happened on Binance. It looks like the liquidations, $332.34 million. So yeah, people are getting a little too happy there, and they ended up losing their money, which is why margin trading is very risky. And if you're not doing this as a career and you're not in it 24/7, you will get liquidated by the whales. They have been messing with these charts. I actually saw one that happened on Litecoin, where the price dropped drastically in just a short period of time and had the same effect where it just liquidated everyone's positions. Yeah, so let's go ahead. We'll take a look at the crypto market cap here and see how everything's been playing out the last 24 hours. So it looks like, Bitcoin is down roughly 5%. Ethereum is up 8.85% in the last hour. XRP is up 1.87%. And so far for the 24 hours, it looks like our biggest gainers, if this goes through here, taking a second to load. Okay, so the biggest gainer so far in the last 24 hours looks like it's going to be Stellar XLM. They have a 24-hour gain of 11.71%. And I found this article, which I thought was interesting, that the Ukraine have the Ukraine government has picked Stellar Development Foundation to help build a national digital currency, and so that could be some of the reason for the price rise here. But it says that the Ukraine government has chosen the Stellar blockchain network as a platform to build a central bank digital currency, or CBDC. And so, announced Monday, the Ministry of Digital Transformation of Ukraine and the Stellar Development Foundation signed a memorandum of understanding to build out a virtual asset ecosystem and national digital currency of Ukraine. It goes on to say that the National Bank of Ukraine has been researching the possibility of CBDC implementation since 2017, and the Stellar partnership will now be the basis of its virtual currency development, according to Digital Transformation and IT Deputy Minister, I'm going to butcher this name, Alexander Bornyakov. So Ukraine's not the only one that's going after Stellar. I found another article that talked about Germany. This was on December 10th, but German Legacy Bank turns to Stellar to issue Euro stablecoin. So it says one of Germany's oldest banks said it was choosing the Stellar network to issue a Euro-backed stablecoin in one of the first such instances. As per an official announcement on Wednesday, Bankhaus von der Heid said it would launch the EuroB stablecoin on the Stellar network this week. The development is a result of partnership between itself and Bitbond, a German startup that tokenizes real-world asset and provides crypto custody services. So it says we're thrilled to announce the Bitbond and Bankhaus von der Heid and are now issuing Euro stablecoin, the first stablecoin issued directly by a banking institution on Stellar. And Stellar posted this on Twitter. So huge news for Stellar. It looks like they are really starting to work with some countries here, and it seems like the price is still fairly low. I believe it's just over 12 cents. Let's go ahead and we can take a look at it and see where we're at here. So yeah, XLM USD. Let's pull it up. So Stellar is now trading at 15 cents. And this market's still very, very new. As you can see from the chart here, I mean, you're talking about last year essentially. At least this is for Coinbase. When I look at listed on Coinbase, this basically just looks like all accumulation here. And given where the partnerships that Stellar is forming, it definitely looks like one to keep your eyes open for during 2021. So let's go ahead. We're going to take a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart here. You can see the Bitcoin dominance went ahead and tagged 73.61%. It now has dropped to 68%, and it corresponded with that trend line that we had there. So Bitcoin dominance is falling. It looks like altcoins will end up falling with Bitcoin too if it does have the correction that we're anticipating. But I do know that Ethereum, had a crazy run. It just hit roughly $1,100. And if we go ahead and we look at this article here, it says that the Optimism's Layer 2 Ethereum scaling solution trial is set to go live in 2 weeks. So essentially what's happening is that Ethereum is having scaling issues. And so what they're trying to do is form a channel in which transactions can run more quickly and at a lower cost. Because right now, Ethereum runs about 1.2 million transactions per day, and the average transaction fee is $15, which is really high. So, it goes on to say here at the end of the article that Ethereum scalability issues have long called the network's viability as the backbone of the DeFi world into question. So in the past, these issues have caused Ethereum bull runs over the last few months to be cut short. So if they can get their act together with this layer two, they may be able to project themselves past their all-time high possibly. So it does say that currently ETH is approaching a new all-time high, but this scalability issue could halt the rally if they don't dial it in here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Ethereum chart. So yeah, Ethereum went ahead and it tapped roughly $1,155 over on Bitfinex. And if they can get their act together with this scalability issues, I mean, I've heard price predictions of $5,000 for Ethereum, possibly even $10,000. And if you notice, Ethereum tends to follow Bitcoin. I mentioned this in one of our last videos where Bitcoin did hit the price of gold in one of its first bull runs, which was, I believe, around $1,100. And when Ethereum got going, Ethereum did the same thing and it tapped the price of gold at that time. So, could we be possibly end up seeing a $20,000 Ethereum in the future? It could be possible, especially if they dial this stuff in. I mean, 80% of the projects, the cryptocurrency projects, are built on the Ethereum blockchain. So we know that there's been a lot of news going on with XRP and the lawsuits and all that good stuff. And it looks like now the XRP holders are asking the court to stop the SEC from calling their holdings securities. So it goes on to say that several investors in XRP have filed with a Rhode Island court looking to change the course of the Securities and Exchange Commission's case against Ripple. So in response to what it calls the most significant SEC enforcement action in modern history, the Friday filing is a petition for a writ of mandamus. A mandamus is effectively just an order that a public official, in this case, the chairman of the SEC, does their job. So the filers are calling upon new acting chairman Elad Roisman to alter the course that his predecessor Jay Clayton set by beginning enforcement against Ripple just before his departure. So yeah, we talked about this in the last one. So Jay Clayton just went ahead and filed a lawsuit against him, and then he went ahead and resigned. And so now that with his new Elad Roisman guy, it'll be interesting to see if he has the same outlook on Ripple that his predecessor did. So it goes on to say that instead of protecting investors and sharing information to help investors make informed decisions as required by the mission statement, the respondent knowingly and intentionally caused multi-billion-dollar losses to innocent investors who have purchased, exchanged, received, and or acquired digital asset XRP, including the named petitioners and all similarly situated. So yeah, it's weird because this was filed in Rhode Island and the court case is happening in the Southern District of New York. So Ripple does have a pre-trial taking place on February 22nd. And so it'll be interesting to see if this stuff gets cleared up rather quickly or if this gets dragged out in court. Although I do feel if it does get dragged out in court for any longer than a month or two, this could significantly damage Ripple's reputation and credibility.
Right, so obviously they're looking for some sort of quick resolution, but it is good to see the XRP community coming out and showing this kind of support. XRP community, of course, trending name on Twitter, but We actually have physical documents now being sent to regulators. The XRP community is ready to seek clarity. It's something that's been needed, something that everyone has been preaching for, and now things are just getting so crazy that the community has to get in gear and fight for what they believe in. And I want to say that not only has the SEC lawsuit damaged not the credibility but the image that maybe a lot of XRP holders had for Ripple, but what it's further showing is a damage of the trust and image that the SEC has in the eyes of the American public.
Yeah, I think you make a good point there because the SEC has known about Ripple and XRP for a very long time. I mean, you're talking about 8 years. And so, we talked about this in the previous video, but you go ahead and you look at the timeline of everything. And I have this pulled up here on this chart. So the XRP chart I have pulled up from Binance. You can see I've labeled here kind of like the storyline of what's happened. So, essentially, roughly like November 3rd, we went ahead and we started seeing a drastic increase in XRP. So much so that it went up roughly 252%. So then on December 12th over here, we have the Spark airdrop. So the price had already came down quite a bit. I mean, it came down from roughly 80 cents to 56 cents when the airdrop took place. And then there's a little bit of a sell off that took place afterwards. It rebounded. And then as it was coming back down to test that support, the SEC on the 23rd goes ahead and files their lawsuit against Ripple. And so they didn't do this at any other time during Ripple's 8-year history that they knew about them. They went ahead and pulled the lawsuit right after it had a meteoric rise. And then it basically collapsed the price all the way down to 17 cents. And then funny enough, a few short days later, it was testing this trend line here. If you're looking at the screen here, this was an area of resistance right here. I have 17 cents. It went ahead and tagged 17 cents perfectly, the resistance line. And as soon as Ripple issued their response, and this was on December 29th, the price rebounded and it went up as high as 26 cents. So when you lay all this stuff out on a timeline, I can't help but think that this is kind of like a trick, or look here, don't look here. Right now, the way they're framing everything up for Ripple and the SEC filings is that they're going to go ahead and suspend trading. At least a lot of platforms are on January 19th. I know that Coinbase is doing that on January 19th. They're going to go ahead and start delisting XRP, or at least halting trading on some of these exchanges. And then they go into their lawsuit, or at least the pretrial, on the 22nd. And so now you're going to have a situation where people in the US will not be able to buy XRP. But if they do get a favorable ruling, this could come up. And if they get a favorable ruling, I would assume that the price would go up because now there's clarity. And anybody who follows this clarity and follows what the regulators want the cryptocurrencies to do, those projects will thrive. But there may be a chance that the United States may not be able to take advantage of a rise in the price of XRP if they do get clarity, because they can no longer, exchange or participate in the trading or purchasing of XRP. So, like I said, the timing of all this is impeccable. And when you lay it out on a timeline like this, I think it's very interesting to look at, and it makes me just want to buy more XRP because clearly somebody doesn't want you buying XRP for very good reason. And, if it does become a currency that ends up getting used to back derivatives trading, and, you have instant cross-border settlements, if they do get clarity, I mean, the price is going to skyrocket. So is this a buying opportunity? I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, so for me personally, I have a bit of a diversified portfolio. I don't like to be only in cryptocurrencies. I've started moving some of the shares of stock that I hold, and just trying to sell off, get money on hand, and keep an eye on XRP. But going back to what we were talking about, there's two big concerns I have from what's going on with this SEC lawsuit. One being, the SEC's mission statement is to protect investors. That's their sole existence. Who are they protecting by driving the price down like that?
Yeah, exactly. Having known about it for so long, I guess that's just like a nagging question in my head. Like, why wait till now? Why wait until the XRP price does almost a 4x price movement? Wait for the Spark airdrop to take place where investors are able to get a one-to-one match on their XRP holdings in Coinbase and other exchanges, and then go ahead and say, okay, yep, after we had this huge pump, after we had the Spark airdrop, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to start charging Ripple for with all these allegations for selling unregistered securities. So one thing I did see, and Chris, you brought this up, is that Uphold, one of the exchanges, will not be delisting XRP before a court decision, which I think is very smart on their part, because why would you want to jump the gun so quickly? Like, what if this is favorable? You could, the exchanges are in business to make money, right? So it goes on to say that the cryptocurrency payments processor and exchange operator Uphold has formally clarified that it will not delist XRP for the time being. So, as part of an announcement made on Monday, Uphold stated it will not be removing XRP from its crypto offerings until the lawsuit filed by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is resolved. So it says, Uphold, end quote, Uphold has decided to continue listing XRP until and unless the SEC's compliant is adjudicated in the SEC's favor and XRP is judged to be a security today, or trading volume dissipates to a point where we can no longer support XRP. It goes on to say that the exchange noted the lawsuit against Ripple and its executives is an allegation, and no U.S. court of law formally deemed XRP a security. And I think that's a very important point, is it is just allegations right now. And so are people and are exchanges jumping the gun a little too quickly? I don't think that Grayscale thinks that, because Grayscale on January 1st went ahead and added to their positions. I believe it was 12 million XRP or more on that dip, essentially. So if Grayscale, one of the largest crypto trusts, is going ahead and buying the dip, clearly they see value in XRP. And just because the US SEC is coming after them, I mean, Ripple's a worldwide company, so it doesn't really matter if the United States deems them a security or not. Japan has deemed that XRP is a cryptocurrency asset and not a security. So if the US does end up ruling in Ripple's favor, I think we can see a huge price increase for XRP, because it's designed to go after cross-border settlements, and you cannot have a asset that's doing those types of millions, tens of billions, hundreds of billions of dollars of transactions a day and have the price be stuck at 20 cents. There's just no way.
Yeah, and I really like to see what Uphold is doing here. Both, just again, I like to see support for the XRP community and Ripple as a whole. But what Uphold is doing is a brilliant business decision. Let's play out a hypothetical. Let's say that the case comes to a rather quick resolution that is positive for the crypto community, and then it is ruled that XRP is not going to be a security. We're going to see some price action, and all the retail investors in the United States are going to be rushing to get in on that price action. And where are they going to go? Uphold has set itself apart from its competitors. If you own a business, you're selling a product, you have competitors, and then all of a sudden your competitors are just gone, all that business is going to be driven to you. I think they're setting themselves up for success, and I mean also the fact that they're taking a stance and saying these are unproven allegations. A lot of what we're seeing in terms of the XRP price action going down is a lot of people who don't understand unproven allegations are just that, unproven allegations. There hasn't been any evidence presented yet. There hasn't been any debate yet by the parties, and there hasn't been any rulings yet. A lot of people are making decisions and taking to social media to talk about something that they know very little of. There's still a lot to come out, and I think a lot of people jump the gun on this one.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think this just presented an excellent buying opportunity. I've been saying this from the beginning, and seeing that some of these big players are going ahead and buying up everybody's fear, I think is a great sign. And Chris, you and I talked about this before, but the purchase of XRP, if it's not available to the U.S. customers and they're essentially locked out, this could this could mean a huge price rise for XRP because now the demand is going to be so crazy, and you're going to have US investors trying to go to other exchanges that are going to be able to offer XRP. And if there is only one, like Uphold, or I know there's a couple other ones, like I use KuCoin, I believe that's how you say it, to make some of my purchases. And they're very laxed on like the KYC and in the purchasing of crypto assets, which I think is great. It actually still is kind of remaining somewhat private for them. But this is I think it's just a great opportunity overall. And I think when you really know what you're invested in and you know the potential of the projects, like if you did your research, you would view this as a buying opportunity. You wouldn't be fearful. Like a lot of my friends were calling me and saying, "Oh, I'm selling XRP. It's junk. The SEC's, going after them." But everybody forgets that SEC went after Tesla. Look what happened to Tesla. SEC went after Tesla when it was like $40 or $50. It took about a year or so, and then the price skyrocketed. I mean, you're talking over $1,400, I believe, for Tesla. So, like I said, I'm buying. I'm adding to my bags at any opportunity I can, and I think that this will probably get resolved fairly quickly, and it will set a precedent for the crypto community and the projects at large that need to follow regulations. I mean, Ripple's been working with the IMF, the World Bank, and I believe they even have hired people that formerly worked for the SEC. So, like I said, I find it very hard to believe that MoneyGram and all these other companies and banks would be working with Ripple, and there's just so much that has yet to be figured out. I think that these guys know exactly what they're investing in. They know exactly who they're teaming up with, and they know that XRP and Ripple is the future, and it's just a matter of time before it finally gets cleared up in court. I mean, regulatory clarity is something that Ripple has been begging for the longest time, and I think that now we're finally about to get it is a great sign for the crypto community, and I'm excited to see what's on the horizon. So. Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll jump into another coin that made huge news recently. So, is it Doggy Coin or Dogecoin? I always say Doggy
I always
Coin.
thought the meme was Doge. I've heard it said as doggy, but I thought the original meme was Doge. So that's how I say it.
I'm sticking with Doggy. I think it sounds better. So, Doggy Coin sees 125% increase in trading on Saturday following adult film star's tweet. So, we did see this happen a while back. It wasn't an adult film star, but I believe it was NASCAR that had pumped up Doggy Coin's price. And I think that this is just another classic pump and dump. And they decided to use a porn star to get it done this time. So, what happened was. Dogecoin, as of time of publication, was trading at roughly 0.011 cents, according to TradingView. And that's more than 125% increase for the day and a break past the psychologically significant 1 cent mark. So this rise is in line with the skyrocketing price of Bitcoin. And Dogecoin has traditionally been viewed as a parody of the cryptocurrency world. So essentially, Dogecoin is just a meme coin. And every now and again, some crazy news article comes out and hypes up the coin, and it pumps like crazy. Didn't it happen on TikTok not too long ago?
Yeah, so a few months back, and this is essentially just the same way it played out, where Twitter and hype on social media blew this up. Back on TikTok, there were not a lot of people know about cryptocurrency still. It's still very new. It's not a common thing that people are talking about. And then you have a platform like TikTok where the smallest thing can go viral so quickly. A group of TikTokers
Is that what they
began
call them, TikTokers?
TikTokers, unfortunately. A group of TikTokers began making, let's call them educational, but not really, videos about Dogecoin. And they were saying things along the lines of, well, this is where Dogecoin is at today, or Doggy Coin if you prefer. If we all buy it and hold it to $1, we'll be rich. And the people who were at the very forefront creating these videos and who had bought in before they put them out made a lot of money. A lot of kids, I want to say, but not really kids, people with Robinhood accounts. At the time, you could buy Dogecoin on Robinhood, and that's where they were showing the videos on. They were saying, "Hey, it's on Robinhood. If we all buy it, get it to $1, we'll be rich." And every day and every night, when people went to sleep, the people who made the videos would sell off, buy back in the morning, pump out more videos, sell off when everyone went to sleep, and it just repeated for a couple of weeks.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm pulling up on the chart here. So I think that what you're talking about, the TikTokers were back in July of what does it look like? July 2nd to the 9th is when it pumped 165% this year. And then we fast forward to today, and if we go ahead and we started from We'll just go from here. Let's see the 13th. Were they pumping it up before? I mean, were they pumping it up before this in
So
November?
it was relatively just. I mean, I haven't seen anything trending on TikTok anymore. There was probably something that triggered the price action, but nothing like what was on TikTok.
Okay, so yeah, so you're looking at from December 12th to January 5th. You're looking at almost a 400% increase over the course of 24 days. And it was all thanks to this woman, Angela White. Here is her tweet. Been hodling my doggy since 2014. Much patience to the moon. And it looks like another reader posted the chart here too. When you tweet about doggy, well played. So, um, yeah, it's funny. I believe if we go back here and look at some of her previous tweets, uh, let me view the profile here. So, yeah, so basically it just talks about what? So, I've been holding my doggy. That was January 1st.
And then everything goes into her career.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so interesting. She's got the doggy t-shirt on. She's got the doggy wallpaper. Clearly somebody is paying her to pump out this content. She has 1.3 million followers. So if you've never heard of a pump and dump before, go ahead and look at Doggy Coin because that's exactly what that is. It will be curious to see if they do get into a dollar. I may just buy some just for the hell of it, just because I would not want to miss out on a 100x gain. And you know what? I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and call it right here. I think they're gonna get it up to a dollar at
No,
some
no.
point.
So this is all from only one tweet.
Yeah.
Right now, we saw the price action from one tweet. Imagine if she keeps talking about it.
Yeah. I think one of these, these have to be so well timed. And I mean, just like any market, a lot of the times these pumps that are taking place is not because like all these retail traders on Robinhood are buying $100 worth of doggy coin. No, it's people that are moving the market with millions or tens of millions of dollars and are just riding the hype train, and then they're dumping on all the retail TikTokers and investors. And so yeah, it'll be interesting to see where this all plays out for doggy coin, but I may have to go ahead and buy some just to have it in the portfolio as just my, you know, fuck you money. Don't really care about it. Just put it in there and see what happens. But yeah, it just goes to show a 3-time AVN Female Performer of the Year can pump up a coin with just a simple tweet. And so it's always interesting to see these crazy projects. And I think somebody mentioned on one of the last bull runs that Doggy Coin was one of the first ones to pump uh, before the bull run actually took off. So, you know, we'll see if this is a sign of good things to come for the crypto market as a whole.
Yeah, no. Historically, there's some good price action to look for, whether it's a pump and dump or not. But I mean, for here, she quadrupled the market cap of Dogecoin from a single tweet.
Yeah.
Just the one alone. I'm very interested to see what else she tweets about Dogecoin, if anything. I wonder how much that tweet ended up netting her.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, a ton. I wouldn't be surprised. I would think that if she wanted to get out of doing porn, she probably could with the gains that she made off of that pump. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Definitely, Doggy Coin is the meme, viral coin. Everybody laughs at it, but people are clearly making money on it. So as always, never invest more than you can afford to lose. But it looks like Doggy Coin could just be getting going here for 2021.
And perhaps it's just a general precaution going forward, ladies and gentlemen. Don't take investing advice from porn stars on Twitter.
All right. So, with that being said, I think that is time to end the Encrypted Capital recap for January 4th. Thank you guys for joining us. If you like what you heard, please hit the subscribe button, and we will catch you all in the next video.
Peace, guys.